Hey guys, this is my best friend Pavlina, and she came all the way to see me from Florida. And I'm like, girl, I gotta do your hair because I can't stand looking at it anymore. And you know what she's got on it? She's got Splat on her hair. I'm like, how can you do this to me? So, guys, come and watch to see what I do with this hair. Hey guys, welcome to Hair Toots Light, and I am Elyse Rox, and I help hairstylists become better hairstylists. Okay, guys, here we go. So we have the CPR on her head, and I'm pulling all that splat off. And of course, she just did it before she came to see me. She just refreshed it. So Pavlina is from Czech Republic, and she actually was a hairdresser back in the Czech Republic. And so we are removing some of the pigment because I'm going to balayage her to give her more of a lived-in look so she isn't like bleaching her hair all the time. So I want to remove anything that could be on this hair. And so CPR by Malibu will do all of those things. So it's going to remove mineral, it's going to remove pigment, it's going to do all the things. So now I dried her. Guys, we were like off this day. So if you catch a glimpse of me, I was not pretty. It was raining and she was in from Florida. So yeah, okay. So I am using Oligo Pro, but I'm using my Sunlights brushes because I wanted a really like strong, bold paint because I'm going to go over it. And I am also using a low light in her natural level. You could still see that splat chilling on her natural hair color. It's crazy. So as you can see, I put that little low light in there. And that is her natural tone. I would say it was like a level 6. And I used Oligo Calura Gloss. And I did use it in ash with more of a green base to contradict some of the red. I just wanted to pull some of her natural color down to create more dimension. So I'm just going to go through, and she does wear her hair up a lot. And I am just going to feather this in just to give her some like little highlights along the back of her head. And sometimes I'll smooth them in with my finger and I'll walk the hair around. And now I am not really pulling this through because we're going to do her red, guys. I just want to give her more dimensions. So as you can see, I am just painting that bold low light in there to break up some of those highlights in there. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put my body wrap over it. And there it is. And I'm just incubating those little spots. So I'm going to take my next section and I am painting in depth in the middle on both sides. And I'm going to work that down and comb it down a bit into the section of the hair and just keep working that low light down into the hair. So this is how I create dimension. It's kind of like my reverse balayage is how I would do this to create more dimension. Get out of here, hair. More dimension in through the especially in this area where the lighter hair is going to fall over. This is where you want to create depth. So I'm really working in that low light right there. And guys, I really lightly edited this because it was like Saturday night and I was like, oh shoot, I have to do the thing. And I forgot to do the thing today. So, yeah, so now I'm going to just take a deep weave and just bring that down a little bit more because we don't want some like fierce line in the back of her head. So yeah, so now we're just going to pick up the next section and bring it through a little bit more. As you can see, I like to take these steep diagonal backs, and now I pull the hair up for elevation because it's going to diffuse it more. And I like to use this firm, stiff brush, the Sunlights brush. Sometimes I use a flexible brush, and sometimes I use a really stiff brush. So I keep picking that damn hair out of the way, and I keep pushing her head. And I did speed this up a little bit, so don't think I'm manhandling her, but she is my best friend, so I can push her around a little bit. So, okay, guys, so we're going to lighten this. And as you can see, I'm not pulling it all the way through. And right now I'm just painting in that lone light. And guys, I did this myself. So I did all the video myself. I did everything myself. So don't tell me you can't do this yourself because you can do this yourself. It's not that hard. I have a stand. And guys, if you're interested in learning how to film and do all the things by yourself, I have a class called Social Savvy Stylist, and the link is down in the description. And it is super cheap, $47. Branding and how to do social media to build your business behind the chair is absolutely awesome. It's in 3 hours, small bite-sized pieces of learning how to do social media for your hair business. So as you can see, I went in these diagonal back sections and I am pulling through the low light underneath the section. I split the section in half and now I'm pulling the low light through the section. So it's just a skinny section, but I'm pulling it through halfway through. And when I get to the end, I do like this flickery thing. It's like I flick it with my hand, flick it. So it like leaves a gradient, so there's no line. So yeah, so it just leaves like a beautiful like undershadow, and I just pulled the body wrap off. Yeah, and so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to elevate it. I'm going to pick up that low light section too, because I'm not going to touch it because I'm surface painting. And surface painting just sits on the top because this is clay lightener. And clay lightener just sits on the top of the hair, does not penetrate through, none of that business. So again, painting that low light in on the other side and only lightening the areas that need to be lightened. So you're going to see, so she has Splat on her hair, and Splat is made of carpet dyes. Okay, it is not like our oxidative dyes. Now, when people say they come in for like a color correction and they're like, I Splat on my hair, I'm just like, yeah, sorry, girl. It ain't happening. Like it's too hard to get out of the hair. It stains so bad. Now, some people have had luck with it. My friend Amy Spencer's really good at removing it. I don't know how long it's been sitting in the hair. I don't know how many applications she's worked with it, but she has had luck with removing it with Malibu and stuff. But it is very, very hard to remove because it is a carpet dye and it is not a hair dye. So this is over-the-counter stuff. You want your stuff to stay? Use Splat. All right, so here is the top section. Now I'm going to pop it, and that is her natural part right there. Now I'm going to split it into 4 sections. 1, 2, and then I'm going to do this one. You can see that natural part right there. I'm going to pop it, and it's going to go boom. You see where it just separated? Just push it, and it'll pop, okay? And so now I'm just going to, the damn hairs are just always in my way. Like, I don't like messing around with clips a lot of times. So I like scoot on top, and I scoot on the bottom, and I just kind of work it through, and I'm not wearing gloves, and don't come at me about it because I ain't doing it. Not when I balayage. Now, if I put on a touch-up, I'm going to put some gloves on, but when I'm balayaging, I like to feel the hair. I don't like them, and they make my hands cramp. So this is a good hour in a glove. I'm good. So now I'm going to lift this section up from her part. We don't want to put a big ass highlight underneath it because it's going to look stupid. It'll look terrible. And you just don't want it there. And like if her hair parts, you're just not going to see it. So now you just saw I just swept a little bit of a low light on underneath my balayage. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to paint in my lightener, and then I'm going to come with my low light right underneath. So it's like a doubler. I don't know what to call it, like a doubler. That's what I call it. So right there, there's my low light, just blending out that line of what you got going on. I think she pulled her hair through a cap, she said. I can't remember. Pavlina, what did you do? I'm sure she'll watch this now. So where did I meet Pavlina? She's from the Czech Republic. So I used to go on a lot of Gothic cruises, and I absolutely loved it. And I was really good friends with her husband. It wasn't her husband at the time. And that's how we met. And she became my best friend. And she's the most beautiful soul I've ever met in my entire life, besides my husband. But she's a beautiful soul in a different way. I love this girl. She's so gorgeous. Anyways, enough about how fucking amazing this girl is. So yeah, so I'm painting around her temple. I missed the first one, but I got the second one, and we're just going to go in and paint a lot of bold. So now diagonal back off the part. So you can see how her part is right there over the eye on the right, and I am painting bold pieces right around the face because of course we want to see like this like bold around the face. And she's always like a redhead or black. She's always changing her hair color, but like red is like the best for her because like it's just easiest for her to touch up and stuff at home. She lived in the Bahamas for a really, really long time, and with her husband because he works for music and sound. And so I got to visit her a couple of times in the Bahamas as well, which was a lot of fun. But now she lives in the Oranges state. So at least she's in this country now. So yeah, so okay, anyways. And then we are going to paint another balayage, really like bold piece right off that part again, because we want it really bold, and then painting the dimension right behind the back. Now, we are coming off her part. I am elevating. You see that booger underneath? I'm going to get it. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm painting on top of the surface with elevation, and there's a point there, right? And that point is going to create a ridge. And when we paint the ridge, it creates more dimension. See, I'm getting that booger, and I'm just like, get out of here. We're creating this ridge that just like creates more dimension. When you elevate it, it creates diffusion. There's just so many things with balayage. When elevation happens, you create more diffusion. It just looks prettier. It looks nicer. It falls nicer. Just kind of like a long layered haircut. And when you raise it up, It creates diffusion. So now I'm going to raise it up and I'm going to paint a lone light underneath to blend away some of those lines. And I don't care if it hits the lightener because the lightener is going to win, period. So now I'm just going to come in right here behind those bold pieces. And I am just going to paint a little bit of a low light.
What's up, hair friends? Are you ready to stand out for the crowd on your social media? Well, you have to start with the basics. And a lot of you don't even know that. My video lesson will teach you how to create eye-catching content that reflects your unique style and brand. Nail your social media content by learning how to capture video and photos and stop that scrolling right there. Click the link in my bio or DM me video to get free access right now.
Okay, so we rinsed Pavlina's hair and we shampooed it and we stopped oxidation with Malibu C Deox. We gave her Olaplex #2. Now you can see those balayage pieces. What happened? They're red still. Why? Because the damn Splat. So thank God that we're still going red. There's no way you could get this out. Bleach is just going to drive the pigment farther into the hair. So we still knew that we were going red. So it's not that big of a deal, right? But it was crazy how it still came up red. But you can see how my low light worked to blend away some of the lines in the hair. And so I'm just taking a red, I'm using Magix 10, I can see it in the back, and I put a couple shots of green in there to make it deeper, okay? And I'm making a mess all over my girl. You can see, and I'm cleaning her up. I clean as I go, I clean as I go. Now you can see I got the gloves on now, but you could see where that hair right there on her hairline is pinky red because of the Splat. Because she just slaps it all over her head. And even though her hair isn't pre-lightened, that shit will stain your hair. It's terrible stuff, guys. Don't use it unless you don't ever want to get rid of it, I guess. It would be the point. So, as I said, clean as you go. Keep your hands clean, even though we're using the same color. You know, it's a mess. Oh, somebody's flipping a bitch in my parking lot. That is like the theme of always. They come in, you see that car, zippity zoom, they flip around, they're in, they're out. It drives me crazy all day long. It happens. So guys, Pure Shades by Magix 10. I always add Olaplex #1 into all of my Vivid colors because, like, here's the reason why, guys. So Olaplex is a bond builder and your hair has bonds in your hair. So this is why my Vivid colors stay so amazing. So most of my clients' Vivid hair color stays anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks with normal to coarse hair. If their hair is fine, it will stay about like 5 to 6. Now, okay, first off, if the hair is fine compared to coarse, the hair is skinny, right? So the color molecule has less of a grip to hang on to. But if you're using Olaplex, you have a bond. Now you have something even more for the hair color to hang on to because you have something inside the hair, right? Because we have to pre-lighten it. We're breaking bonds. What's it got to hang on to? We're compromising the hair. But now when we use Olaplex, we have a better integrity of the hair. So we have more of something for the hair color to hang on because this is a direct dye. It directly goes in and directly comes out. Every time you wash your hair, it comes one shade lighter. So the only way to keep this from happening is to really strengthen the hair within. And using Olaplex is the best way to do this because it is the one and only bond builder, right? So we're just going to go ahead and use as much Olaplex as we can use. And you can see I put those little ear cuffs on her because I'm notorious for slapping people in the ears with color and ear holing them. I call it. So I just ear holed you. Sorry. So we're just going to get this red on. We're going to work it through. Run the brush side to side, take little sections. I take big sections and then sometimes I split them up into little smaller subsections. And then I just work it through with my hands. And then I will take my my wet brush by Framar, which I love for pulling through my colors because it just works really easy. And like, I just make sure that the hair is kind of combed out first and I kind of brush it really soft around the face so it's not like all over her face, even though I'm inevitably going to get it all over her. No matter how careful I am, I'm going to get it all over her. Like, it's just the matter of fact. So guys, don't forget, if you like and enjoy my content, don't forget to leave me comments because it really helps my channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Like, hey, check out this really cool, awesome, free hair tutorial that Elyse Rox put out. She's really awesome and gives me all this free hair education because I do. And I feel like hair education like this should be free because we all need to learn, right? And and grow. And yeah, so just leaving comments helps me monetize off the station. And so YouTube can pay me instead of you. And also, if you did want to give me a little bit of money, the Social Savvy Stylist, which is an amazing product that I worked very hard on to show you guys how to work your social media. And social media is a huge passion of mine. There's so many people who hate it, and I want to make you love it because it is makes your business grow. It's like everything that I am today and all the opportunities I have is because of social media. And I know it's a lot of work, but let me tell you, like, it is paid off for me in the long run. So guys, don't forget, pals waving, don't forget guys to like, follow, and share and all those good things, and follow me on the socials, on the TikTok and the Instagram and all the good things. Okay guys, so it's not all that huge of a difference, but it is. So here's Pels before, and then here's Pels after. So we added a lot of dimension in her hair, especially through the top, keeping the bright bold ends. She's absolutely gorgeous and stunning, but I'm a little bit biased because I love her so very much. But look at the dimension I put in there. It looks great. It's very vibrant and poppy and beautiful, and it suits that beautiful, gorgeous face of hers. So guys, if you like this video, I'm going to put another redhead for you to check out because redheads are my speciality, probably because I am one. And if you like and enjoy my content, don't forget to like, follow, and share, and check out this video right here. And I love you guys, and don't forget to hit the ding dong. Thanks guys, and we'll see you later. Bye.